Hello and welcome to the Roboboots Podcast. I'm Alex Hanley from Roboboots. I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm the writer, director, editor. I was actually looking at the credits for Girl of Your Dreams 2.
Skip over me.
Oh, I do that later. I was looking at the credits for Girl of Your Dreams 2, and I put what's written by Alex Hanley. And I could have included you there because we both wrote it together. Yeah. But I just put written because I didn't want to have a clutter of names, even though the Girl of Your Dreams 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It has a fake sort of credits at the end.
Yeah.
But I put written by Alex Hanley, directed by Alex Hanley, because that's how regular credits for a movie would have written and then directed. But then, for whatever reason, I didn't include myself in starring, even though I'm technically in it. Yeah. But it's like, for some reason, I thought that would be too arrogant.
That's the breaking point of, I can't put myself in there again because, I was in it, but... no, I'm Jason Church, if you don't know this.
Jason Church is the co-host of the Roboboots Podcast.
I'm co-everything, asshole. We do a lot of stuff together. Don't...
Alex!
I watched that again. That was the first... We were just talking about my cat passing away. We were randomly talking.
What the fuck does that have to do with...
No. The movie, I came home and right away,
okay.
Social Network was on TV. I'm like, perfect. I'll sit down, I'll watch Social Network. That movie flew by. Yeah. That movie went by so fast. Like, the pacing in that movie is fantastic.
There's so many cuts in that movie, just cut after cut after cut.
It's like I was in the scene where he's in the Mark is in the club, and it's like all the lighting and stuff. And all of a sudden, it's the end of the movie. It completely went by, and I'm like, I want to stay in this world. I don't want to go back to reality.
Well, I think that's like the halfway point in the movie too. Like, there's the pre-Shawn and then post-Shawn, and then post-Shawn is sort of like once Facebook has sort of made it. That's like the halfway point of the movie. We're talking about Social Network, in case you aren't paying attention.
Or if you have actually gone back and listened to all the Roboboots podcasts, you're probably sick of hearing about Social Network because we talked about it extensively when it came out last year.
Social Network may be my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about that.
It's hard. I usually would jump on the case of people that are like, "Oh, I just saw this movie. It's my favorite movie of all time." But just the fact that I've seen Social Network, it's over 20 times at this point, and 7 or 8 of those times were in theaters. I think it was 8. 8 of those times were in theaters. Just because I just love that experience so much. Once you see, I said it before, that once you see a movie in theaters, you can't see it again in theaters once it's out, unless it's a really special movie. And that's the great thing about the Alamo Drafthouse is that they play old movies, I like theaters that will play old movies, and not cult classic movies, but just
movies you can't experience anymore because, like you're saying, they're not ever going to be in theaters again. That's why I'm really excited for the Coquitlam Theater and having that sort of Alamo Drafthouse style. Yeah. Where you can go in, order a beer, order a steak. I don't know. I was actually talking.
I doubt there'll be a steak, but there'll be burgers
nice
and stuff.
There'll be nice, food.
I don't think we've talked about that, but the theater near us, our main theater, is adding they already added this Ultra AVX.
And that's the thing. In my narrative class for school, nobody knows about this, and I had to explain what AVX was. And it's that Coquitlam Theater is almost a test theater. For whatever reason, it's fairly popular. So they tried out this AVX, and we've explained.
They have it at Metrotown too.
Do they have it? Okay. A lot of people didn't know about it. And I'm like, no, this is sort of Hollywood's, well, not so much Hollywood's, but this theater's way of trying to make more money because it's 3D is going to be gone soon. They'll
Ultra AVX is completely worth it in my opinion. If the movie, if for the right movies, it's that comfy ass chairs. You get to reserve your seating, and the movies are on this gigantic IMAX-esque screen.
And just the fact that we went there almost immediately after AVX came out. Do you remember how the seats weren't they weren't
they just put the seats in and they hadn't been broken in yet.
Yeah, but it's now we go in okay, enough fat asses have sit in this, and it's comfy now.
They're comfy and they recline, and you got tons of legroom. Legroom is the one thing that some theaters you just don't get enough legroom.
Not at all.
I would have loved to have seen a Tree of Life in a theater like that.
Yeah, it's sort of shocking that was done on digital 16:9 instead of the traditional anamorphic.
It wasn't
because you said you had seen it prior to when we saw it, and that it was still on that it was on digital. It wasn't on.
No, I saw it twice. I saw it the first time I saw it was with you, and then I saw it again. Yeah, no, I saw it again with my dad after that, and that one was I think the time we saw it was on digital, and that just may have been the
theater.
The projection of it, yeah. But I don't think it was shot on digital.
Yeah.
I'm too drunk to remember.
You've had one drink.
But I haven't drank since July. I haven't drank since the infamous nights of Comic-Con.
I've had drinks, but I haven't like drank. Yeah. And we haven't really drank.
And I got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that was a fun time. Again, that was so long ago now.
I know. That was such a great time.
I would do it again. I'm not going to go back there next year. I was talking to Tia, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to go to Comic-Con next year." I'm like, I want to wait till I'm 21. Yeah. Because when I'm 21, you don't have to worry.
That's next year.
Yeah,
actually the year after next.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not next year, it's the year after. Same with Japan. I was like, I want to do my Japan trip. That'll be fun. Again, 21, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere until I'm 21 and I can actually enjoy it. And not the fact that I want to drink, I want to fucking party. No, it's just I don't want to deal with, oh, no, you can't come in because it's 21 only. But if you're listening to this is probably going to be called TimeTravelcast. Yeah. So sorry that we've been talking about movies, but
no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a conversational podcast. We will talk about whatever.
I thought the vibe we gave off in the last one was like, although it's a little depressing, there was a good energy to it.
Oh yeah, I think the last one, not to toot our own horn, but that was some interesting conversation we got into. I think we're definitely on a roll now. Like we've gotten comfortable. It only took 50 episodes. We've definitely gotten comfortable with the on-air presence, and I hope one day, because this is great and all, but I'd love to get like an actual. We each have our own microphone.
Oh no, we each have our own headset and stuff, and just a mixing board.
Something so we don't have to. It can be a little more professional. I'd love to get the podcast going a little.
That'd be great because it's weird. When I was doing. When I was at Capilano for film, I did sound mixing. And the thing is, as a sound mixer, you just have the mixing board. You don't have to wear it. You could have it on a table or something, but I'd wear it because you could wear a strap around your neck. But it's just you and the boom operator would be like connected to each other the entire day. You'd just be wired into each other. We'd become like close with whoever was doing boom with you. And luckily the person I was doing it with was a great guy. But it's like, I kind of miss...
It's like an umbilical cord almost.
It's more like your Siamese twins.
I guess.
And that's like the skin connecting you.
Creepy.
And the thing is, like, when we're going on break together, we have to go break at the same time, watch each other eat, watch each other drink.
Because it's like, well, we could.
It's like we could disconnect, but
that would take so long. Yeah.
Not that it would take long, but the thing is, there's so many different ports on the mixer where it's like I gotta make sure to plug everything in the same way.
Yeah, and if something's messed up, you're totally fucked.
He had a great idea of when we're coiling the wires together to get one of those sort of like hiking like buckles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
To get one of those and clip them to our belts. And normally you wouldn't do that. You just let them sort of run free, but we did that. Yeah, smart idea on his part.
It's better. But no, TimeTravelcast came from an idea. Like we finished last week's podcast. Well, not even last week. This might go up early. Who knows when this goes up? But we finished talking. We're like, man, that was so good. Let's just keep talking. And we started talking about time travel.
Well, no, it was more like let's keep talking. It's not like we were gonna be silent otherwise. No, we were just shooting the shit. Like after you were like dropping me off and stuff, and we were just shooting the shit.
Yeah. And we started getting on this topic of time travel because Alex asked me the question of, I don't even know what we started talking about. Oh, if you could go back with the knowledge you have now, but be your like 14-year-old self. And this is where we started getting like, oh my God.
Because we were in the last podcast, if you hadn't listened to it, there was like, we were just sort of talking about like life in general and like what it means, what it means to be happy and what it means to like live a fulfilled life. And there was like an old man walking by. Remember that? There's an old man. And we were sort of like, there's like three people walked by. We're like, is she happy? No. And is she happy? No. But there's like a man like walking with his grandson and stuff. Yeah. There's a man who's happy.
And I said it was because he was ignorant. He had Alzheimer's. He couldn't.
No, and I said it was because he gave up. Like at that age, it's like you sort of come to terms with everything.
What a sad life humans live. Just constantly depressed to trying to fight to be happy.
I was thinking about the other day, and this is all along the same topic. It's not that far-fetched to think in our lifetime the idea of being able to live forever will like happen.
Oh, have I not talked to you about this? No. The idea of, but in our lifetime, how back in the 20th century they discovered penicillin and how that like enhanced people's life by like 30 years, to actually be able to cure themselves of diseases with penicillin. But it's like in the lifetime we have now, by the time 2050 comes around, when we'll be older, we'll be in our like 70s. By that time, science may have discovered something to prolong our
math on that isn't right.
Whatever. I've had a few drinks.
It's just like, that's 40 years from now. We're both 20, 60. So, yeah, we'd be in our 70s.
I thought it was the year 2000. Right. Whoops. But no, the idea that when we get to that point, they'll have discovered something that will prolong our life another 20 years, and now we can live to the like age of 120.
It's like what we're saying right now almost sounds ridiculous, but I personally feel that it's not that far-fetched.
And, I mean, we can't say we'll be, it's not like we're going to be young forever. We'll be old. We'll be old bones. I don't know how good.
Or it'll be the Futurama shit where you live in a fucking, like a jar.
You live a jar and you're ahead.
You live a jar and you're ahead.
You live in a jar and you're ahead. No, but it's the idea
Remember the first time you heard the word ajar?
Like, as in...
The door is ajar. That's almost the only time you ever use it.
Yeah, and even then, most people don't use that.
Somebody used that word. I'm like, what the fuck is this person talking about?
Look at the fucking tweet I did that you went off on me about with teenhood. You fucking just tore me apart.
I did that today, too.
Did you?
Well, I met when we were texting.
With what?
I'll bring it out. You hold this.
Okay. But no, what I was trying to say before is that by the time we get to the age of 120... in that time period, they'll have discovered something that prolongs our life by another 20 years.
And this is all really wishful thinking,
Oh,
too.
Completely. I mean, you don't know, but
we could be dead. Who knows? Let's hope that they come up with eternal life so that we can all live forever.
Do you want to live forever, though? Really?
Well, we'll see. Right now, if I can stay how I am right now forever.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But if I'm 70 and shit, my fucking bones hurt, and my kids hate me or some shit, and the fucking price of gas has gone up so much, I don't know.
Yeah. Now, did we talk about the whole marriage thing on the last podcast? Because I think that's what really spawned this.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
We were talking about that.
You said, what can I say? I'm a busy guy. And I said back to you, what can I say? Bye, I'm a guy busy, but what about guy is a busy doing? Jason Church. I said that. Do you not remember that?
I didn't look at that.
Okay, it sends, so.
Oh, weird.
God, I'm so lonely.
That's what I said.
Afterwards.
But no, it's just, what?
Haven't had my phone.
Haven't had sex in a while.
That too. Haven't had my phone working in a month.
How is it?
Don't fucking miss it.
Not at all.
They haven't even contacted me because they can't. But it's like I can text you, and literally I know so many people who have iPhones that I can just text them.
It's very bizarre. My mom has an iPhone, but she has a 3G. And do you want to take it?
That's fine. All right, here.
Okay. She has a 3G, and I told her to update the phone so we could have iMessage. Doesn't come up for her. So I guess it's a 4 plus, iPhone 4, iPhone 4.
Or in her contacts, she needs to have you listed as an iPhone as opposed to just a regular phone number. They're two different things.
Yeah, that might be it, actually. I should get her to...
Do you have an @me.com email?
No.
Oh, okay. No, when you sign up for iCloud, it makes you make one. That's fine. Jason spilled on his sleeve.
I went to drink some of this delicious pumpkin beer we're drinking.
Yeah, we're drinking... We mixed a cocktail of, what was it? 2 things of gin...
Okay, so if you want to make this, we should come up with a name for this. We're going to edit it. Like, every week we should try and change the concoction a little bit.
That's a little presumptive, but sure.
It was 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of Alizé, which is like this blue, fruity...
People know Alizé.
Yeah, and then 1 ounce of, lemon juice, and then just whatever is left in your cup filled with, club soda. So we tried that just to let's have something to drink beforehand, get creative juices flowing. And it was all right. It wasn't fantastic. It was a little too watered down. I think we'd use less ice, less club soda.
Well, it's like anything, as you're drinking, the more you drink, the better drinks get. Yeah. Just because you're getting drunk, and the drunker you get, the less you sort of notice the alcohol taste.
Yeah.
The thing about tequila, I just want to talk about tequila for a second.
Yeah.
The problem with tequila is once you stop noticing the taste, you've had too much.
Well, that's with everything, but tequila's...
No, it's not with everything, because it's like I can drink rum and not mind it whatsoever. Beer, it's like I don't mind the flavor of beer. Beer tastes like water, practically.
It really does.
Which is weird, because it's like you drink beer as a kid. Ew. Ew.
Oh my god, ew. My dad gave me beer when I was like 4 or 5. Just be like, let's give him a taste of beer. You taste it? Oh god, that's disgusting. It tastes like poison.
Yeah, I don't remember drinking beer, but I remember when I was like 11 or 12. Do you know Vex?
No.
Vex is just like I don't know if it's in America or not. It's just like a vodka cooler type thing where it's a fruity flavor. And I remember drinking. It's kind of like Mike's Hard Lemonade, but it's like more tropical.
Yeah.
And drinking that and not liking it. And that's the thing. I don't like my dad's go-to drink is rum and Coke. I can't mix something I like drinking with alcohol.
Like Coke or pop.
Coke, anything like that. Although I do like screwdrivers, which is just orange juice and vodka.
Yeah. See, that's interesting. No, I was thinking of a screw top I had down in Comic-Con, which is orange and beer, which is surprisingly good as well.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. But anything where it's like, if I were, Rockstar makes a vodka drink, like an alcoholic version of Rockstar.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the
So I think that you think that I like energy drinks and I like alcohol. Mix the two of those together. No, I fucking hate it because it's a flavor that I like of the Rockstar drinks. Yeah. Poison.
It's ruining what you love.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you want that? But we were trying to get back to this pumpkin beer. It's from the Okanagan. They make it seasonally.
Which is north from where we are.
Yeah, north from where we are. It's sort of like our wine country, you could say.
It's actually east.
Is it east? I guess it is sort of more east than anything. Whoopsies, we don't know our geography. It's really
well,
good.
I do.
Whatever. Fuck geography. Fuck you, Polka. You taught me nothing in high school. God damn it, Polka. Do you ever have dreams of high school?
Well, I've told you about this. How I've dreamt of Polka. Like, I've had specific dreams where Polka's in it. It's not like we're having sex or anything.
Polka is our grade 12, well, our high school geography teacher. He does socials. He's part of
he did my history class too.
Yeah, part of the socials team.
And no, I said dreams where he was like old Polka. Weird. He was like 10 or 15 years older.
Yeah, but he's still like pounding it.
He was going bald and he had gray hair and he had gained like 10 or 15 pounds. And his wife was there and his wife was still hot.
I feel like he's going to age like... He's not going to age well.
No, he'll age like George Clooney.
Yeah, he'll age like well enough that's like he'll still be attractive. Love you.
George Clooney is dating Stacy Keibler, who used to be a WWE wrestler. I just find that funny.
Why?
I used to be really into the WWE.
Oh yeah, you did actually.
And I like wrestling as a form of like storytelling. I think it's interesting. It's not easy to do. And here are these guys roided out of their minds. Not so much anymore, but they used to be. But they're putting their bodies on the line for entertainment. I like that aspect of it. And I think you can tell interesting stories. Like, it's hard to do what they do.
Yeah. Because it's sort of like an augmented reality almost, where these people have their own lives.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah,
and it's like, how do you keep... It's like, it's literally a soap opera for guys. And how do you keep these guys interested from week to week? And it's really not easy to do what they do. But I think I stopped getting into it because I felt it just was getting worse with time. You had the big name people like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin sort of leaving the brand to go do their own thing.
Move into acting and stuff. So then you get shit like... Oh, she gave birth to a hand. What was that fucking...
Mark Henry impregnated Mae Young, who was like the oldest diva that they had, who was in like her 60s or 70s. Yeah. And they were like dating, and oh shit, she fucking gave birth to a hand. That was in the late 90s, but it was so ridiculous. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? You liked it because it was so fucking silly.
So dumb.
No, but they started introducing stuff like the Elimination Chamber, and I liked that. And they haven't done anything cool like that. The whole thing about the Elimination Chamber is, like there's the Hell in a Cell, and that's just a big. Yeah. Let me just explain a little bit. There's a cage match where you have a cage, but it has no roof, and the whole thing is you win by exiting the cage.
Like fucking climbing over top of it?
Climbing over top and escaping the cage. That's how you win.
That's fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, okay. Hell in a Cell, though, has a roof. And the thing is...
Like Hell in a Cell, like Spider-Man 1 style, where he's fighting Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's not as big. Like, Hell in a Cell is really high up, and it's made out of sort of like just fences and stuff. It looks... But the whole thing, that's just a regular wrestling match, but it's just... It has a roof, so you can't escape. Yeah. But you can escape, but that's not how you win. You win by pinfall, just with any regular match. So you climb to the top, and the most epic, like, sort of Hell in a Cell moments that people remember are, like, Undertaker versus Mick Foley, where he chokeslammed him off the roof of the Hell of the Cell.
Wait,
and
that's how?
Like, he grabs him by the throat and throws him like 30 feet off of this thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That'd kill someone. And
he's still here. Mick Foley's still here, and he's actually a really smart guy, Mick Foley. And And it's like he does it as it's like an art form. It's like I'm telling you this story because I remember it, and just like I remember any other story. But the elimination chamber, the whole thing was it was like they redesigned it. It was like sort of circular, and it went around the ring, and there were 6 chambers, and one person would be let out of their chamber, and then another person, I think it was like 5 minutes later, so people would be simultaneously released from their elimination chambers and stuff, and it gets progressively harder as the match goes. So the first person who's let out, you don't know who's going to be let out first. They're let out, and okay, another person's going to be let out. So it's just 2 people fighting, and that's hard enough as it is to fight one other person. And then a third person comes, and then a fourth, and then it's 6 people all fighting in this huge
like battle royale style.
Well, battle royale is like 30 people.
Is it? Is that like the actual definition of it?
Well, no, but they have.
I'm not talking about the fucking Japanese movie or whatever that is.
No. Like they have a thing called the Royal Rumble in the WWE, and that's 30 people. And the thing
that's fucking crazy. That's a lot of people to be.
And that's a yearly pay-per-view that they do. Like each year, right before sort of like WrestleMania, they'll have the Royal Rumble, and like one person comes out, and then another person comes out, and over time, another person comes into the ring, and at any given point, there can be like 15 people in the ring, and how you win is you throw somebody over the ropes.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
And the stupid thing is you'll have people that are the first person in, and you have to go through 30 people to win it.
The fucking last person that comes in.
So you've had people win the Royal Rumble who are like the 30th entrant, and that pisses people off. They're like, no! Yeah. And then they have ones where it's like the first person, and they make it all the way through, and you're like, yeah!
Yeah, but at the same time, you're like, how? How did they do that?
And it's like, and leading up to the Royal Rumble, they'll have people just sort of fight to sort of get what place they can get. Like, first is obviously not something you want because your odds aren't as good. Yeah. So people fight to get like 30th. So it gets harder as it goes along because the really good guys are coming in last.
Jesus Christ. Wrestling. And that's totally dead now.
Yeah, it's like the UFC has taken over. Yeah. Like, their profits are down a lot. And that's a company that makes billions of dollars. Like wrestling,
WWE or UFC?
Used to, it's losing money, both of them. But like just with pay-per-views, like that's the whole thing. Is if you want to watch the really cool stuff, you have to pay for it.
And people don't want to do that.
It's not that they don't want to do it; it's that they've lost interest. The same thing with UFC. The good matches are on pay-per-view.
Yeah. One day, I wonder if they're going to invent like new sports, like where hockey becomes outdated because of the new fucking turbo hockey, and it's on skates and people have 3 tits.
I don't know. I feel like hockey's going to get like. Hockey's been around for 100 years, and it's like I just feel like the players are going to get better with time, and the game as it is now, the players are so good, and that's why you watch it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I don't know. I feel like one day we're gonna have new sports that are like invigorating. Do you want me to hold that while you drink that beer?
I can drink it. It's fine. You can hold it too far away from your mouth.
I'm sorry. I'll hold it closer. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I feel like one day we have to have new sports introduced into our societies. Like we have to culturally too.
In Mad Men, they had a guy come to the agency trying to pitch Highlight, and Highlight is a sport. It's kind of like squash, where it's like you have like this cone. There's not a cone, but like a curved sort of thing that holds a ball, and you like throw it. It's just
okay, yeah, like the things you got in elementary school.
It's a real sport that still exists, but this is in the 60s. It's Mad Men, and they're trying to pitch Highlight to him. He's saying it's the next big sport, and we've got this like athlete. I can't remember his name now, but like,
Terry Fox.
No, it's like this sort of like Spanish-looking guy, and he's going to be the star of Highlight.
Terry Eduardo, and
he's giving the agency money like $2 million to make Highlight the next big sport. It's going to be bigger than baseball, and they're like, sure, yeah, we'll do it. And as the viewer, it sort of concerns you because it's like the agency is taking on this client that well, 50 years from now, Highlight ain't shit.
Yeah, clearly nothing happens with it.
They were getting a bunch of clients like that. Like their biggest client was Lucky Strike, which is a cigarette. Mm-hmm. And now, 50 years from now, nobody smokes anymore. Like hardly anybody smokes, and it's getting harder and harder for people to...
Good, though. I think it should be harder and harder for people to smoke. I mean, I know that's sort of something that they can use to get out of their, frustration and depression, but it's like, no, that's terrible for you. Don't do that.
And it's weird because the temp stuff that I've been doing, a lot of people there smoke and stuff, and it's just weird. Like, I feel like people our age don't smoke as much. Or if they do, they're smoking the ganja.
Well, not even that. It's a lot of...
smoking that ganja.
Yeah, they're smoking that ganja. A lot of people... Do you smoke that ganja?
A little puff pass.
Ganja is weed, if you don't know that.
I've never smoked weed in my life.
Yeah, neither have I. I have friends who do it, like, a lot. Yeah. And, Kevin Smith does it all the time. I don't. It's like I go back listen to the Smodcast and stuff. It's like, wow, he is so dependent on weed. Oh, yeah. He has to smoke weed 24/7 to function.
It's sad because I don't know. I just feel like when everybody has their vice, and I think it's inherent to human nature to be addicted. Yeah. You vamp for a bit. I got a good thought here.
Okay. No, but I'm just like, personally, I would never. I'm not even interested in weed, you know?
I don't know the Latin root for the word addict, but the Latin definition of the root word from addict, it's to worship. And that's what's inherent to human nature, I feel like. Yeah. The idea that you need to worship something and you need to put something above yourself. And that's what people do with things like alcohol or weed or anything like that. That it becomes, that's your purpose or that's what you're working towards. Yeah. Like you look at people that are crack addicts, it's like they'll do anything to get money so they can get their fix. Yeah. And they don't function without their fix. And that in itself is a form of worship.
Interesting. Well, it's like it's purpose. It's again trying to find not to get all like existential again, but we've been getting very existential lately, and I think
we haven't been time traveling yet.
We will try and travel though, because what are we at? It's like we have
hour.
We have so much time to time travel. Don't you worry, people. We're gonna go to the past. We're gonna go to the future. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Your socks are gonna get blown off. So sit down, get ready, put your seats in the upright position.
I want pizza.
Do you want to like pause and get pizza?
No, we can get pizza after this. I'm just hungry.
Okay, we can get something. We can like.
What have you eaten today?
This morning I had a bagel. Then I had noodle time. Then I had toast with peanut butter. So I have had a healthy day of food.
Noodles are like my fucking addiction now. Ever since I had that bowl of noodles when we did Minecraft Girl of Your Dreams.
Noodle time's fucking crazy addictive.
See, that's what I worship. Noodles. No, I don't get noodle time though. I get Nongshim kimchi bowl noodle.
I don't like kimchi. It's too spicy.
They have a new flavor. I don't know how new it is because it's like this is a new addiction. Noodles. They have a spicy chicken flavor, and it's like they took the spice from the kimchi flavor, but added chicken to it. Hate it.
You don't like it?
Well, the problem is I went to Safeway and I wanted to get some kimchi noodles, and they were sold out. People just raided them, and all they had was spicy chicken. So it was like the spice, but it's like what I like is that kimchi flavor.
See, I've never, ever liked it. I'm not sure. Is kimchi... Kimchi's got to be a big thing around the world. I feel like it has to be.
I think it's big in Korea. Do you know what kimchi is?
I don't.
It's fermented cabbage.
Fermented cabbage?
Fermented cabbage that they mix with a bunch of other things. I've watched people make kimchi, and the thing about kimchi, it's a superfood. Like, not the bowl noodle shit, but the actual kimchi is amazingly, like, healthy for you.
Really?
Yeah. They consider it, like, a superfood, quote unquote.
Sort of like, what else is a superfood?
Like cabbage, good for you. Fermenting things doesn't really do anything.
But fermenting cabbage for some reason fucking, like, brings it to the next level.
Cabbage and a bunch of other things. Like, if you watch somebody making kimchi, it's really, like, hard to make and stuff.
It's like a complicated process.
Yeah, and then you have to ferment it. Kevin Rose from Dignation is actually making kimchi and stuff. Like, he has that sous vide machine that, like, you, like, vacuum seal, like, meat, and then you slow cook it for, like, 2 weeks. Yeah. You, like, slow cook it, and then it's, like, just delicious.
It falls off. It dissolves.
He's doing crock pot stuff to, like, ferment his whatever. And I can't remember what he's making, but I remember Alex Albrecht's making kimchi then, because that's one of the things you could ferment and eat. But I can't remember what he's making.
Interesting.
You like brisket?
Depends. If I'm in the mood for it, briskets can be really good. But I feel like a lot of brisket around here is sort of like...
It's hard to make.
Well, it's like, it's processed really... fast food brisket, and it's not very good.
They're talking about making brisket on Rooster Teeth podcast, which I've been sort of burning through.
Yeah. Do you want to get to like the topic of the week? Do you want to get to time traveling? Because I think
you were sort of setting it up, so set it up some more. I think I interrupted with wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know why we were talking about fucking wrestling there. No, we were talking about last week a lot of existential. What?
My favorite wrestling match.
Jesus Christ.
Favorite wrestling match of all time was Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. At either it was WrestleMania 19 or 20, I can't remember. I think it was 19, but it might have been 20. And prior to this, like, these guys have been building up this feud. And Brock Lesnar was a great wrestler. Now he does UFC stuff. And
you look at me like expecting them supposed to know this bullshit.
They had an hour-long Iron Man match on SmackDown. Like an hour-long match. SmackDown was 2 hours long.
Like they're inventing elements and shooting chest lasers.
Yes. Iron Man. No, like normally a match would be like 10, 15 minutes and stuff. If it's 20 minutes, like the way they build it up, you'll have like small matches, and then you'll have the main event of the night. And SmackDown and Raw, you have 2 wrestling shows each week. So Raw, one set of wrestlers, SmackDown, another set of wrestlers. They had an hour-long match. And an Iron Man match is whoever has the most pins at the end wins.
Yeah.
And that was like leading up to WrestleMania. They had this Iron Man match for the championship on SmackDown. And that's like a pay-per-view type event.
Yeah.
But anyways, WrestleMania is like the big Super Bowl of wrestling. And they had this just epic match. And if you talk to anybody, that was a fantastic match. And it ends with Brock Lesnar, this guy who was like almost 300 pounds of pure muscle. Like, you look at the guy, and it's like, I could never be him. He's just so muscular. He does a shooting...
Like Arnold style.
Bigger. No, not bigger, but Arnold used to be huge, but big. He did a shooting star press, which is a jump off of the top rope, and you start like this, and then you do...
Like this. Okay.
Alex's... you start facing forward, and you do a full front flip, and then you land on your stomach on top of the guy. This
Jesus
is a guy
Christ.
who's 300 pounds of pure muscle.
Oh, so it's Snorlax.
Jumping onto another man. And the thing is, he, like, missed. No. Yeah, he missed, and he hurt his neck doing it, but he still got the pin and stuff.
Rightfully so.
But it's just like this. You normally see, like, lighter, like, smaller guys doing shit like that. Yeah. And it was just like, what a show. Like, what a great display of sort of athleticism and storytelling. Just, that was the height of wrestling for me. I loved Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's my favorite wrestler of all time. And Brock Lesnar, he was great, too.
Are you done with... have you got, like, the wrestling out of your system?
The Rock versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 18. It's an overrated match. Fuck that match.
Okay, so we're half an hour
Hulk Hogan, slow. He's too slow. He's too old now.
Well, now he does Pokemon events and bullshit like that.
Sure.
No, he does.
So does Herman Cain.
Oh, yeah.
The power of one.
Half an hour in, let's start talking about time travel. So, as I was saying before, last week we were talking about a lot of existential shit. A lot of, like...
Why does my beer have more head than yours? Let's chuck it.
I have to go to the bathroom really bad.
Let's chuck it, then you can go to the bathroom.
I don't want to chug... This is too nice of a beer. This is too nice of a beer! I'm sorry, I spat.
Jason spat all over my face. Okay, go to the washroom and stop spitting on everybody.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to vamp here. And instead of vamping, we actually did a magical edit where nobody would ever know. Where we've been gone for like 15 minutes. We both went tinkle. We both tinkled. We talked to a girl and her mom and her cat over Skype.
Her dad was there too, actually.
Nope.
There's
There's another person there.
Yeah.
Wasn't her dad.
Oh, shoot. Who was it?
I don't know. Should I go ask?
No.
I think we have time traveling to do.
Technically, we time traveled. This linear podcast that people are listening to is not so linear. There's actually, like, embedded... What are you doing?
Drinking.
Oh, you're a real man, aren't you? So, give me that. What happened after the last podcast is we started talking about time traveling, specifically Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh, that was me. I went on a long sort of rant because I read Time Traveler's Wife. I think it was in 2009. It was like my senior year of high school, and I picked it up because I'd heard great things about it. I think it was Gizmodo or IO9. One of those blogs did their like top 10 time travel or top 10 sci-fi novels of the past 10 years, and they included that on there. And like I went through all of them, and a lot of them were just like, yeah, this is like this planet, and there are these elephants made out of metal, and the people fight over the elephants because inside they're filled with a fuel that can power the entire universe. But the thing is, the elephants have free will. It's just like fucking just I don't want to read this shit.
Fucking time traveling already.
No, it's not even time traveling. Like that's some sci-fi, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to fucking read that. I don't want to get into something like that. But Time Traveler's Life was something feasible. And just to explain Time Traveler's Wife, I think specifically it was talking about how here's a guy who, the main character, Henry, in his 20s, he's like going into, I think it was like a library or coffee shop, and just some chick comes up to him. And you know at this point that he's a time traveler. This is like halfway through the book. I don't know. It's partway through the book. Yeah. And you know, he travels through time, but this girl comes to him, and she's just like, oh my God, it's you. And he's like, what? And she's like, what? It's you. I'm like, it's you. And she's like fucking like about to cry and about to cream in her pants and shit. And he's just like, and she's
like, oh fuck, did I do something again on drugs? Oh shit.
She's like, here's my number. Just call me later. We'll go to dinner. Okay, we'll go to dinner, and I'll explain everything to you. And he's just like, fuck, hell yes.
Yeah,
Because
who wouldn't?
he's at like, I think he was at like a coffee shop, and he just like felt like cock of the walk. Like this pretty blonde girl out of nowhere just came up to him, and it was just like, we have to go out. And he's like, well, fuck, sure.
Why not?
And they went to dinner, and she like brought this book that explained, and she explained to him, during my childhood, you would just like, you were, throughout my entire childhood, you would come to me. You were a lot older than you are now. And the whole story of Time Traveler's Wife is the main character, or they're actually both main characters, but the time traveler, Henry, would jump around in his life, and he didn't have control over it. And the very first time in his life when he time traveled was when he was a kid. I think he was 6, and he was driving in a car with his mom, and they were about to get in a car crash, and he time traveled out of there to, I don't remember what time, but he avoided being killed.
Smushed into a pancake.
Well, the thing is, like, I think like a something from the other truck like went right through his mom's head and just killed her. Yeah. He went, ooh, it's a fictional character, so.
Ooh. No, but just the concept of something piled through your head.
And the interesting thing about that is, that's like the epicenter of everything. Like, throughout the rest of his life, he'll be sent back to that moment. So it's like he's 14, and where am I? Oh my God, I know this place. Like, this is where my mom died. Right at that moment.
Really?
So if you were an outsider looking at this happen, you could look and you would see hundreds of just Henrys throughout like the period of his life at different ages, all watching this event happen. So you look at the coffee shop over here, you look at the overpass over here, there are all these people watching this event happen, and they're all the same person.
Jesus Christ.
So that's like a really interesting concept, and just like to see that on film would be great. Does the movie show that at all? Hell no. Does the movie do anything interesting? No, it's a terrible movie. The book is brilliant though. And just the notion that here you are as a 20-year-old male, and the girl of your dreams, Roboboots shout out. No, this beautiful girl, is already madly in love with you. Yeah. And it's the notion that, and they talk about this in the book a fair bit, that his character doesn't really have free will.
No,
that
he
can't make decisions for himself because it's already preordained. Yeah. And is that a more comfortable life to live, or is that a freakier life to live? Is that more scary?
Yeah, and we didn't really decide on what it was, but we just started thinking about, well, if we were in that position, what would we do? Would we try to live life, if we got sent back, if our consciousness of a 20-year-old was sent back to a 14-year-old body, would we try to live the same life, or would we try to do things differently? Would we try to change things? And we got into this really interesting topic.
I've talked about this before because I had like this weird, I don't know if it was quite a dream, but it's like I had this idea of if you were sent back to like a month or two before 9/11 happened, like this is before back.
Yes, we have talked about this.
I've talked about this, that would there be anything you could possibly do as a human, as one single person, to stop 9/11 from happening? And I do not think that there's any realm of possibility where you would be able to stop it from happening.
Here's the one thing that you could do to stop it from happening. You yourself become a terrorist. You
yourself.
What?
Hijack planes and you cause 9/11 to happen.
You cause something to happen elsewhere that heightens like airport security before 9/11 happens.
You do something on par with 9/11 to stop 9/11 from happening.
But it's like, you're like, okay, I'm going to kill these 100 people. I already know from the future, these people don't matter. They don't fucking matter.
Or it's just, well, I'm killing 100 people in order to stop thousands of people from dying from 9/11.
Yeah, but just with the ramifications that would have. Okay, there's no war on terrorism anymore.
Or would there be?
I don't know. It's like, that's the thing. Would Iraq be a big deal anymore? Or would Saddam Hussein have been just la-da-da, go about my life? Osama bin Laden's just, well, fuck, I guess we'll use nuclear weapons.
Fuck, I guess we'll go against Canada now.
It's very interesting, and that's where, like, time travel...
So that's like a further back. Like, that's not us being 14 in the small scale. It's on the big scale, and I still...
Us being... What? 10 trying to stop 9/11. I'll hijack.
The best thing that I came up with is if you were to somehow get on the news and say, hey, you write down on a piece of paper all these events that are going to happen. So, hey, on Boxing Day on this year, there's going to be a huge tsunami in Sri Lanka that's going to kill 300,000 people. And all these things. Hey, Hurricane Katrina is going to happen here. Yeah. And all this kind of stuff. And do it. You have to make sure that it was
meticulously. Like,
no. That it was natural, like, events that happened with the Earth.
That wasn't like human ordained.
You couldn't be like, oh, the Boston Red Sox won in 2004, because that would change it. Like that, the butterfly effect of that could change things. Yeah. And you do not want to be wrong. So it all has to be geological stuff or stuff involving the weather.
Yeah, something that's not really controlled by human.
Yeah, because it's like Hurricane Katrina would happen regardless of anything, or it's like supposedly, unless humans actually have a bigger impact on our environment. But this is the stuff that we started. But the moment those started coming true, people would go, well, this guy, he's a fucking, like, this guy knows what's gonna happen.
Here's a really interesting thing. I watched an anime months ago now called Steins Gate, and it's this premise that the main character can travel through time, and he has this recollection of his memories throughout all the different the branching of times. But everyone else just doesn't understand that, oh, there's multiple timelines. And it's based around this guy called John Titor, who in the years 2000 and 2001 was going on to online forums and being like, hey, I'm from the year 2036. Here's a bunch of shit that's going to happen. I was actually sent back to prevent this from happening. And it was all about like CERN creating black holes, shit like that. 10 years later, they have the Large Hadron Collider. They're creating black holes. And it's interesting because he goes back and he's like, look, the fact that I'm back here...
Jason doesn't. I'm actually an Alex sent back from 2020. Uh-huh. I don't want to say Roboboots. We end up becoming bigger than Apple and bigger than Coca-Cola. We're actually the new government of the world. And we also run the Oscars. So every year there's the Oscars and we win all of them.
No, Social Network wins every year.
Oh, no, Social Network, there's an entire year where it wins for every award. It wins for best animated film.
And that's the thing. People are like, well...
No, I'm serious. And then every year it's just us winning awards. I'll win for best actor. You'll win for best actress.
Thank you. Thank you for giving
that. I'll get best director one year and you'll get, I don't know, best sound design. I'm not sure.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
No, it's my. Well, I'm from the future, and I'm telling you that it's because in the future I'm king, and I have to make you. I give you the. I say, look, do you want to be my queen or do you want to be my duke? At this point, your life has become so terrible. You're like, I'll be queen. I'll do anything, Alex.
I'll suck your dick. Okay, I'll get down there.
You're addicted to a new substance. It's called petroleum 2.0, and it's just like somebody's like, hey, you know how like the world has like an addiction to oil? Why don't I make that for people? And it's just like what he did is like he took Doritos and Big Macs and Coca-Cola and he like just like cooked it in a beaker.
Boiled it down to like its purest form.
Yeah, and people like they snort that up their nose and shit. And you're addicted to that. You're fucking addicted. But I knew.
Did you get me addicted to this? You got me addicted to this, didn't you?
Maybe.
So 2030,
2020.
2020.
That's where I'm from.
Okay, so I'm the Duchess of Roboboots land.
No, you're queen.
I'm the queen. Yeah. But the thing is...
You're addicted to petroleum too.
So what happened to 2011 Alex? Where's he then?
He's still here. I lived all the way through this and I came back.
So
the way the time travel works is you take the petroleum 2, you boil it down to its pure substance. Nobody knows this yet. And I can tell you because we don't have petroleum 2 yet.
Yeah.
So the idea of trying to come up with petroleum 2 and get the exact formula, nobody could do it. But to boil that down and get petroleum 3, you take the petroleum 3, you select a date, you plug it into the iPhone 10, and you go back to 2011.
This was Steve Jobs' plan from the beginning.
No. Steve Jobs is 2020. He's alive.
What?
He came back.
How did he come back?
It was all a stunt to boost iPhone 4S sales.
How would that happen? If anything, that caused them to...
Sales are up. Stocks are up.
No, they're not.
So Steve Jobs is around. He's healthier than ever.
What happened to Tim Cook then?
Tim Cook? Oh, he's still around too. They're both CEO. 2 CEO.
Did they merge together?
No, they haven't merged together yet. They're talking about it. No, but
that's with Petroleum 4. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Steve Jobs, he came up with petroleum. He was the one who actually came up with Petroleum-3. Went back. He stole Arnold Schwarzenegger's body from the 80s. So he put his head on top of it. So now he's in peak physical condition. Everything's great. No more cancer.
Okay. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that.
Roboboots is the #1 most profitable company. Then Apple. Microsoft doesn't exist anymore.
Obviously not.
Bill Gates committed suicide. He also became addicted to petroleum too.
He might have died because of a little something from Roboboots, but you never know. We don't want to put that out there.
Well, we can put that out there now because it's 2011. I'm only coming back to save you because in 2020, he died. He died of a petroleum-2 overdose.
No.
You're gone. That's it.
But the fact that you're coming back to tell me that
I'm
this
trying to save you.
No, I think the fact that you're coming back here, you're actually causing this all.
No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back after this.
See, now here's the thing that I personally think happens. That the fact that you're coming, now you come from a certain timeline, and you come back in time, but you don't come back to, I don't...
Actually, the word time doesn't exist in 2020.
We got rid of that too?
It's called Alex.
Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space is also called Alex. It's really confusing. So instead of like the space-time continuum, it's Alex continuum.
Okay, and the Alex continuum.
Okay.
Let me get this straight. So you come back...
Water is also Alex.
Okay, well, you come back in Alex. And by coming back in Alex, you're also switching which Alex continuum you're in. So let's say right now, what we're in right now is Alex A.
No, trust me. I've thought of all this. I already have Petroleum-4. Petroleum-4. Oh, you remember 2001 and the end of it? It's like that.
Like the movie.
Yeah, it's like that, but on Petroleum-2. So
I don't know what Petroleum-2 is like.
Well, just wait, okay? I think Petroleum-2 comes in 2014. It's created in Mexico. in Tijuana.
It would be. Let's be honest.
No,
but here's my whole thing. I think the fact that you coming from 2020, you come back in Alex time, for those who aren't following anymore. And the fact that you come back in Alex, you're actually changing the Alex that you're in.
The Alex continuum.
The Alex continuum that you're in. So you're no longer in the Alex line of A. You are now in Alex line B.
Well, I came back here for a reason, but I can't say that reason because it would affect the Alex continuum too much.
Well, obviously. But no, I'm saying that even, like, you're trying to change something that happens in the future, but the future that you come from is a different timeline. You can't get back to that timeline anymore.
Well, it's good. It got boring with all the Oscars going to Roboboots, and there was so much money. There's only so much you can do with so much money. And that's why I came up with Petroleum-4 to come back here. And hopefully, with the time that I have from now until
you have from now.
Well, it hasn't been invented yet. We can still call it time.
Okay.
And the time that I have from 2011 till 2020, that I'll be able to come up with Petroleum-5, and I'll be able to stop all the problems, the ramifications that were caused by the creation of Petroleum-4.
But Petroleum-2 and 3 are now obsolete. They don't even exist.
Well, it's
like you're fucking skipping.
If I'm able to harness the true power of Petroleum-4,
which is through Doritos, if I understand correctly.
Well, I can't get into the formula of how to get from 3 to 4, but the Doritos are replaced with something incredibly more potent.
Was it the 3D? The 3D Doritos?
It was Twinkies.
No! No!
Anyways, I've tweaked the formula. Hopefully in the time that I have from now, from 2011 to 2020, I'll be able to come up with Petroleum-5. And that will stop all the problems that were caused by Petroleum-4. And I will be able to go back again from 2020 to the start of the universe. And I will be powerful enough to restart another universe where petroleum doesn't exist.
It doesn't corrupt man.
I'll stop it from ever existing, and I think I'll be the new god of the universe.
Interesting.
It's not too far-fetched a plan.
No, I think that this is completely reasonable, Alex, from 2020. That isn't the current timeline, but it's a different timeline.
So let's stop talking about the future. Like we don't want to make the ramifications and the harnessing of Petroleum-4 and 5. We don't make that too difficult.
We'll get to that in the year 2020.
Like 9 years from now, we'll do a follow-up, and I'll let you guys know. Like, we're never going to discuss this again.
No, never.
Never, ever are we going to discuss this again.
Do not email Roboboots at... No.
Don't talk about the petroleum. Ever. Petroleum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and don't you ever mention 6.
6 is something that will just fucking destroy the Alex continuum.
You even mentioned Petroleum-6. That's it. I'll make sure in 2020. Ooh.
You want to live in the Roboboots land? Fuck you. You can't even fathom. Are you gonna be dead? No.
Because after Petroleum-6, it's not even petroleum anymore.
Have you watched Dragon Ball Z? You know how they get to Super Saiyan 4? I just imagine.
There's more than that. Imagine Piccolo. Fucking. He took like.
Chi-Chi. He's fucking Chi-Chi.
He fucks Chi-Chi. They come up with a green black-haired baby. Super Saiyan 10.
Super Saiyan 10. You can't even picture that in your brain.
Don't you mention petroleum. 2020, we'll discuss this again. I'll update you all on the progress of
Petroleum 5.
Petroleum 5, and I'll let you all know that. But don't mention this again. We'll go back to the topic at hand of time travel. Yeah. I just wanted to just get that all out there.
I know. I appreciate it, you know?
Stay away from that Petroleum 2, Jason.
I'll try, okay? I don't even know if Petroleum 2 is going to come into existence anymore.
The tubes are an inch high. It's pure black. You take it, you unscrew the top, you put the tube in your mouth. It's made out of glass.
Yeah.
You swallow it completely.
The glass too?
Yeah.
Jesus
You'll
Christ.
poop the glass out. It's fine. You don't want to bite down on it. Some people will bite down on it, but that's because the Petroleum 2 has rotted their brain. But Petroleum 2, and the moment you even put it in your mouth, you're addicted for life forever. So don't stay away from it.
Okay, I'll try. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my future actions.
I know all about Petroleum 2. I never tried it just because.
Well, you're the king. You win.
It kept on going back, and this is the.
How many times have you gone back?
I don't know this. I tried to ask the old Alex. He wouldn't tell me.
See, okay.
Part of me thinks that the Alex that came up with Petroleum-6 created another universe. It's very confusing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just doing what he tells me.
Okay, bullshit aside, this is actually very similar to the plot of Steins Gate, where the guy goes back like 30 times maybe to try and rectify his problems. Super interesting. Go watch it.
What bullshit?
Exactly. Do you think time travelers exist? Like in the day and age that we live in right now, that there are time travelers who have come to our present time?
I think they use the nanotube technology and they're invisible. Why would they allow something to be like messed up? Like, they're probably in this room right now. They're very curious about this.
They're like, how the fuck do these assholes know about Petroleum-6?
It's like, because they're only at like Petroleum-3 or
yeah. They're not even. They're like Petroleum-4 is like a hypothetical thing.
They're closely just sort of listening and stuff.
Taking notes down.
I'll never tell you nanotube motherfuckers how to get to Petroleum-6.
I'm just getting.
Oh shit. Punch him in the face. Fucking.
Okay, he's
gone. He went back to his own timeline. Fucking 2400.
he got up. He's like, oh
no,
shit.
Jason. He's from 2400.
Okay, no,
that's 18,000 years in the future.
No, 1800. But thank you.
400.
Oh, like 20.
You haven't even harnessed the petroleum. Not even 4 yet. They're coming here trying to get the recipe, and he just punched him in the face. Sent him all the way 18,000 years in the future. God, I can only imagine how hard things are then in 2400.
Yeah. Now, do you think people are gonna be around 2400? Like 22,000 years from now.
What?
2400. That's like around 22,000 years from now. 23,000. 2300.
What are you doing? You mean 399 years from now?
What?
300.
You said 20 as in like 20.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. But I'm talking about. Okay, do you think
20,400?
I don't think people will be around 300 years from now.
You don't think so?
I think something bad will just happen.
Yeah.
Somebody will fuck up.
But you look back at it, and it's like people have been around. Like humans have been around for like 30,000 years. They have things dated back to. So it's like we're so. I think the present us are so fucking arrogant that we're like, well, no, the future obviously doesn't know how to fucking handle it.
I think we won't be around. Jellyfish, they'll be around.
Oh yeah, life will be around.
Jellyfish have been around for a while. They know what they're doing.
Jellyfish are living fossils. So are red pandas, apparently. I read that on...
And crocodiles. Crocodiles have been around since dinosaurs were around.
Well, it's not even the fact that they've been around. It's the fact that they haven't fucking evolved in millions
because
of years.
they got it right.
Yeah, they're like, it's good enough.
And we're constantly evolving too.
No, we're not.
As people, yeah.
Evolving is very selective. I think we're technically devolving because we're so reliant on like technology to do shit for us.
Wall-E, I saw it.
Exactly.
And in 2020, Wall-E 2.
Yes!
Steve Jobs is alive, and he's just... Pixar is going great. Everything's going great. Cars doesn't exist anymore. There's no Cars 3.
Oh, yeah. Owen Wilson's dad.
Oh, Owen Wilson overdosed.
Well, yeah.
On Petroleum 2.
Damn it!
It's killed all the people that deserve to die.
Wait. Are you saying...
Well, that was just... I came back here to stop that.
But that's a different Jason because it's a different Alex.
It's not quite a different Alex.
No, I mean,
just with the knowledge,
it's a different time. I don't mean
I'm saying
okay.
I know a little bit more.
Really?
I'm following direct orders.
I don't want to know because that's the thing. If someone came from the future and was like, "Hey, I know exactly what's going to happen," would you want to know? Would you?
Getting away from the petroleum and the 2020.
We're going for a good 20 minutes about that.
Going back to the heart of what sort of started this. If somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I know everything about your future and to the day you die, do you want to know it?"
Very much like Time Traveler's Wife.
Well, yeah, because it's like he knows, and who's informed him. There's moments in his life where he's interacting with himself. They explain how he's like 13 or 14, and they don't go into great depths, but it's like at that age you're sort of just you're exploring your own sexuality.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They didn't dive into it, but it's like he sort of. He played with himself in a way that would be appropriate for two of yourself.
Well, it's like twins,
Well, it's just
I think they just get curious.
Well, it's like I assume. I don't know. This is me. This is my conjecture. Mm-hmm. You 69 yourself, right? Because it's like that's pleasure on both ends, and as the past self.
I don't want to smell my asshole.
As the past version of yourself that hey. In the future, I'm gonna be doing this again.
Jesus Christ! But does that because it's the whole what is it? Back to the Future that there's only one timeline, and it's like you going back affects your family.
No, it doesn't face that. It's like the fact that he doesn't have free will. He doesn't have free will in any.
Like he's stuck in a loop.
Yeah,
he's literally stuck in a loop.
It's that even if he thinks that like, oh, here's this glass of beer here, I'm gonna tip it over. Yeah, that's what happened anyways.
Yeah, so that he has no ability to change the events. Yeah. See, that's what terrifies me. I don't like that idea of, it's like, I like the idea that I go back, no, I tipped that glass of beer over and now I'm in a different timeline. Mm-hmm. I'm not affecting the future that I come from.
We love the idea that we have free will and that we're able to actually have some sort of effect on this universe. You'd hate to know that, oh no, everything is preordained and everything I do. But it's like, yeah, it's just you just want to know because it's like, yeah, here's the girl you're gonna marry. You're gonna have 2 kids. Their names are gonna be Jacob and Zoe, and you're gonna have 2 of them. Jacob's actually gonna die when he's 10. He's gonna get in a horrible car accident. He's gonna die. That's sad. It's like you wouldn't want to know that because it's like what? And the fact that if he's telling you, yeah, you can't change any of this, no matter what. It's like, well, I don't want to. I don't want to have a kid that's going to die.
And then you try to not have the kid, but you have the kid because you don't try to have the kid.
Yeah, it's just stuff
bullshit
like that.
I don't, yeah.
So I wouldn't want to know, but it's like if it was less so, if it was like, your future self comes back, and that's the thing, like the future Henrys and Time Traveler's Wife would never tell the past Henrys things that were going to happen. Like they all sort of knew, like not to ask.
Well, because they all were like, well, when I was your age, I didn't want to know what would be exactly my future.
It's literally yourself, just in the future. And it's like, not much has changed, and they know better to ask than like, hey, what's going to happen? And the stuff that I started talking about with you is that an
hour into the show.
Yeah. is that he meets this girl, but it's not until his like 30s and 40s that he actually starts time traveling back to her timeline when she's a kid. And all this kind of stuff, and he keeps going back and like appearing in her. She lived in like upstate New York, like she lived in like the eastern part of the United States, and she had like this big house and like they had this big sort of woods, and he'd sort of always pop up in the same place near her woods.
Yeah,
and
naked.
Yeah, naked. He'd always pop up naked, but for him it was a sense of stability. So rather than waking up at a gas station and you're completely naked, or waking up in the middle of a field and you don't know where you are naked, he's waking up in the same place. Yeah. So that's stability for him, but here's this girl that you're dating, and
in the present time.
in the present time, so here I am, I'm 30 years old, I'm dating this girl named Claire. I'm going back in time, and I'm having to...
Well, technically, 30-year-old Alex is dating me because I'm the queen of Roboboots land.
Well, no, I'm talking about the time traveler's wife mythos, that he's going back and he's meeting with, like, 6-year-old Claire and stuff, and this is the first time they've ever met, and he's just, oh, what the heck? Like, and just how that keeps sort of advancing and stuff, and the tenderness that comes from that, like, the fact that most of us do not know the woman that we marry when we're 4 years old.
Yeah.
And even if we are, we don't remember it because we were 4 years old.
Yeah.
Here's a guy in the prime of his life interacting with the love of his life as a kid and getting to watch her grow up. And just you don't get to have that.
Yeah.
And just the complications that come with that, because here she is, she's, 15.
And this is where we started talking about this.
She becomes like 15, 16. She starts getting curious, and she's trying to like make the moves on you, and you're sort of like playfully rejecting her. And there does come a point in that book when he takes her virginity at like, I think it was like 17 or 18 or whatever. I think it was like 18.
Well, at least he waited till she was 18.
I think he did. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
But just like him at 40 something, just like getting to fuck an 18-year-old version of his wife, and then going back to the present, and she's like 30 something.
She has a kid. Her bag's just kind of loose.
And the fucking worst part of that book, like, it's a great book, and it's like the stuff I'm talking about
time
here.
Travels, right?
What? Oh no, the kid. No, that's not what I'm talking about. They have spoilers for Time Traveler's Life. They have 6 miscarriages. Because the idea is, if he is ejaculating inside of her and he's a time traveler, those sperm are like time traveler sperm. Like,
oh shit! They're time traveling too.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And he eventually impregnates her because he travels back in time, and as he's back in time, he's like, oh shit, there I am, like fucking I don't know, 6 months from now or some shit like that. I'm a fucker. And he doesn't think that, like, because he's actually at a point where it's like they've had like 6 miscarriages, and she is fucking broken up over this.
Yeah.
Because that's 6 times you've become pregnant, and the baby dies.
Yeah.
So she's torn up. She's depressed out of her mind. And here's a guy who's having to deal with this through her. And he goes back to a time where I think it is in the, I don't know if it's in the future or the past. I can't remember. It's been a while. But he goes back, and he's like fucking his wife. But he's himself. The other guy is right next to him, like his other version of himself, because it's all in the same bed.
Wait. So there's two of himselves in the same bed?
One of them's like sleeping and stuff.
Wait, one of them's sleeping?
Yeah, because they're all asleep, and he's just like, he sort of came in there, and just like, yeah, oh yeah. He comes in there, he's like, man, I'm gonna tear that ass up. And they fuck or whatever, he just does it, and he doesn't think. But that's the time she becomes pregnant. And the thing is, later, he has to live through this, because I think it's in the future, and he has to live through this.
It's Clive Owen who plays the time travel.
It's Eric Bana from Hulk.
From Hulk, yeah.
And it's Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, who's
the weirdest thing is, in the book, Claire's characters, Claire and Henry, Claire is like so clearly like an auburn hair, like reddish sort of hair. In my mind, I could not help but ever picture her as anything other than a blonde, and I don't know why.
on the cover of the book, isn't she blonde?
No, in the cover of the book, it's just like her feet. It's like a kid's feet and a pile of clothes. With the idea,
okay.
She would leave clothes there from her dad's closet out there for him, so he could get changed. He's not just talking to a kid with his dick out.
He's like, "Hey, you're gonna suck this one day."
No, but in my mind, I always pictured her as a blonde. I don't know why.
You're not really attracted to blondes, though, are you? I mean, no more than any other.
No, I don't have any sort of preference, and it's not even like I find her characters like supremely attractive. Like the writer is actually a woman, Audrey Niffinger. And she does a great job of the guy that she writes. I could relate to him, and the girl she writes, I can relate to her. Yeah. But anyways, this is like one long ad for Time Traveler's Wife.
Well, it still is a time travel cast.
Yeah. No, Time Traveler's Wife.
We travel to the future.
Time Traveler's Wife, incredibly sad story, but it's just there's so much to chew on. If you like time travel stories, it's on par with something like Primer. and just in the depth that it goes to.
Sorry, I started coughing.
Like rather than like explaining the science behind it, it's actually a genetic thing.
It's a human sort of appeal of time travel.
No, I'm saying like it's like primer is like we go in this box and we go back.
There's argon in it. It fucks with us. We can't write like
we go in a
people.
loop. Yeah, but no, this is actually like there's like a chromosome that's off, and that's why they can time travel.
Still doesn't explain bullshit.
No, it doesn't explain it, but it's like it's
a reason. It's a reason for it.
I don't need it to be explained in full because it's like if you explained it in full and it was feasible, why can't we do it?
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, fantastic book, sad book, really long book. But yeah, no, I like it a lot.
And that's one of the big things why people are like, "Oh, time travel isn't possible." Because it's like if it's possible, why haven't we seen them? Why haven't they come back to our timeline? Why haven't we, talked to time travelers who are like, hey, we're from the future. This is really bad. Don't do it. So that's why people are like, A, we all die out. Humans as a species die out before we learn how to time travel. Or B, time travel simply is not possible.
Time travel is only possible going forward.
That's the other thing. Time travel is only possible to actually...
As we know it, like feasibly speaking, we can time travel if we can go fast or faster than the speed of light. We can go only forward, though.
It's relative to humans' idea of time. You okay there?
What?
You're like,
That's my ear.
If people don't know, Einstein's theory of relativity states that because of gravity, because of the way we evolve, or like we age chronologically, if we stay on the Earth for 30 years...
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay. If we stay on the... Alex brought up a photo of Einstein. It's Jokes with Einstein. It's the idea that if, say there's two twins, one of them stays on Earth, one of them goes to space and travels at the speed of light. The twin who travels for 30 years at the speed of light and comes back to Earth, he will be younger than the twin that stays on Earth. Because traveling at the speed of light fucks with how time is actually perceived. It elongates time. This is starting to get into like physics bullshit, crazy stuff like that. So the idea is that traveling closer to the speed of light elongates time. So even though technically you will age at the same rate as your twin on Earth, more time is elapsing on Earth because time isn't elongated. So using that theory, Alex just has a photo of Einstein sticking his tongue out, staring at us. Using that theory, if we could somehow build a box that traveled faster than the speed of light, but stayed stationary, let's say.
Well, and I also want to I'll interject to stop staring at this picture of Einstein. The notion that even if it were to stay stationary, the problem with that is if you were to go forward in time, the Earth doesn't stay stationary. Even though it rotates.
Not at all.
The solar system moves, the galaxy moves.
Galaxy is expanding.
The galaxy moves around the universe, and the universe is expanding. So even if you were to stay stationary, you fucking, okay, get out of the box. Oh, shit.
You're fucking stuck in space.
Yeah.
Space. That's why that's why it's like, I'd love to believe in the idea of time travel, but it's like there's so many problems you'd have to calculate of, okay, we have this box and we build it and we have to somehow predict where the Earth will be so that when you rematerialize, A, you're not a bunch of goo, B, you're somewhere on...
Because like as we are now as humans, we can't travel at the speed of light.
No, we'd turn to goo. Our particles would literally break apart because we're not made of photons of light. No. We're made of a bunch of like atoms that are held together.
So yeah, fucking Jean-Luc Picard, how did you get warp speed, fucker?
Yeah, how did you do it, fucker? Huh? We'd like
tell us.
Damn it!
Fucking capture what's his name? Fucking Baldy.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Patrick Stewart. We kidnap him. We just like start beating the shit out of him.
He's from that movie where he's really flamboyantly gay, and we're like, Patrick Stewart. How do we get to the future?
We get Ian McKellen. Gandalf.
He's like, engage. Yeah, time travel. We haven't even gone. This is gonna be a long cast because we haven't even gotten to the fucking.
The meat of it was if we were able to go back to when we were 14 years old. With our 20-year-old minds intact, with the knowledge of everything that we have now, you wouldn't live the same life that you had before.
You couldn't live the same life. You feasibly couldn't.
I started talking about the very first thing. I'd have to go talk to my dad. Dad, I gotta drop out of high school. I know this shit. I know that it's like trying to convince your parents.
No, and he'd be like, "Well, prove it." And he's like, "You take the test and you still get a B minus." You're like, "Damn it! I thought I knew this shit."
There are those GED like high school equivalency tests you take, and it's like those are easy enough to pass.
Yeah, you could bullshit that enough. But yeah, it's the idea that, okay, instead of time traveling, as in 20-year-old Jason goes back to 2004.
If only we could do it together. Like, it would both of us going back. Because it's like, I go back, I'm 14. Oh, shit, I gotta hang out with 14-year-old Jason.
And I'm like, anime is cool, and I like to listen to Manila Road, okay? I'm 14-year-old
No,
Jason.
it's like, Jason, I know you so well. Stop fucking saying shit I already know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, Cloud, I'm sorry. I can't. It's like, it'd be so weird to see Cloud.
It would.
It'd be like, is there any way, how do we get him radiation now? How do we stop?
You bring him secretly to a radiation area to, like, you're like, this will cure him. It gives him cancer like Watchmen. And that's how he gets cancer. It's like, it's because of fucking you. It's like, God damn it, Alex. But no, it's the idea that our minds go back in time.
We're the same age as we were.
Yeah. And trying to live that life of...
Oh, do you know what sucks so bad?
Your dick being tinier?
No, I'd have to go through getting
My
braces.
dick wouldn't be that much tinier.
I have to go through getting braces again. I know. That sucks. So it's like
You'd have to do it. You'd have to do it.
I know. I would have to do it. I have to go through all of that again.
Ooh.
It's like now I take it for granted because it's like my teeth used to be terrible. They used to be like so crooked and all over the place. But now they're fine. It's like I look at other people with like bad teeth and I fucking judge the shit out of them.
Well, yeah, because you went through all that pain.
Yeah. And they didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd have to go through 2.5 years of orthodontia again. Just the pain and the fucking. It's like it's like, man, I should just live with crooked teeth.
No, never.
No, I would, but it's just like, fuck.
Link, get down from there. Sorry, my
Go get him. Go get him.
1 second.
But the problem with orthodontia is anytime you eat food, it's like you have to like clean your teeth, not with a toothbrush, but like with your tongue. You need to like just like suck food out of the arch wire of your braces.
It's like I understand that from the point of when I had my wisdom teeth pulled out. Yeah. There was always stuff I had to like. You'd see me constantly fidgeting around with my tongue trying to get shit out of there. Terrible. But no, it's like I don't think I could live the same. I try to live the same life. And the idea that we were talking, well, would I date the same girl? Yeah. It's like, I'd see Tia.
And not to get too personal or too in depth.
No. But it's the idea that anyone going back, knowing what the future holds for you, would you do it? Because it's like, me personally, okay, I traveled, I went to all these cool places with Tia and with her family and stuff. Now, would I do it again to experience the same things? This isn't like a selfish thing, but it's the idea of, do I find another girl and have a completely different experience so I could have both? And
the problem is, as a 20-year-old mind going into a 14-year-old body, you got a bunch of fucking 14-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. This is what we talked about. You'd get high school. You'd understand that high school means nothing. Yeah. Complete bullshit. But everyone around you...
Oh, high school's everything.
Oh,
they're going through puberty and all this kind of shit.
And I'd be like, look, guys, Facebook is going to be a big thing. I'm going to know everything about you. You don't even know what Facebook is.
I just start fucking writing a script. The Social Network. I said it to Zuckerberg, yo, look, let's make this together. I'll direct it. It's like I've seen that movie enough that I just do. It's like, yo, Jesse Eisenberg, fucking. I do it earlier. They're all younger. Yo, Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield. Yo, look, Army Hammer.
And Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake?
Trust me on this one. I make it. It's fucking terrible. Shit.
But 1.4 aperture. I thought we nailed it. Damn it.
Well, that's the thing. Back then, the camera that they shot it on doesn't exist anymore. The red camera that they have doesn't exist. Nope. So they just shoot it on a different camera. The problems of 14-year-old Alex trying to direct a Hollywood movie.
Where would you get the money from?
Studios.
How would they support a 14-year-old?
Hey, Christopher Nolan. Yo, guess what? I got this idea. Hey. Follow me. Follow me on this one.
Hey, David Fincher, Fight Club, fuck that.
Well, it wouldn't matter. I would have already invented Twitter. And it's like, no, that's the great stuff. All the knowledge that you'd have beforehand.
Yeah, and not being, yourself being able to program Twitter, but the idea of Twitter, the idea of Facebook. Mm-hmm. you know,
all the ideas that you'd have, the thoughts that you'd have, and it'd be like fucking. When I was talking about the 9/11 one, like going back then, it's like, man, if I were to be able to get everybody to go like, hey, this guy knows the future and stuff, I'd be like, look, Vancouver Canucks, hire me as general manager. I know what I'm doing. Because I know all the fucking players that were going to become stars. Because there are people that are drafted in the 6th round of the draft that nobody expect to be big stars. And it's like, I know he's going to be a big star. And the thing is, would they still become big stars?
It's the butterfly effect of the fact that you've changed the course of the future. Yeah. Will their future be the same? Yeah. No. I don't think it can be. I think there will be similar traits. There are certain things that are inherently the same because they aren't that significant. Mm-hmm. Genetic-wise, I'm still going to be the same person. But, you know, if you even look at, like, okay.
I just want to say, though, like, if I were able to time travel, that would be my career. Like, that would be my job. Yo, make me general manager of the Vancouver Canucks. Because I'd love that job. Get to watch all the Canucks games and stuff. Fucking hang out with Ryan Kessler and the Sedins and shit.
But that's the problem.
People are pissed off at me like, wait, you know the future and this is what you've chosen to do? I'm like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Guess what? You get cancer. Fuck off.
Guess what? Petroleum 2, you're hooked on it, okay? Everyone's like, what the fuck is this Petroleum 2 he keeps talking about?
And then it comes out. And everyone's like, well, I gotta fucking try it. He keeps talking about it. Coca-Cola tries to cash in on it. They come up with like a new Diet Coke. They call it Petroleum 2.
Yeah, I just want to say, Link, stop fucking judging me. He's staring at me. Oh, now you look away, fucking cat. That'd be the real issue of trying to get a 14-year-old, or trying to get people to believe, take you seriously, because I'm from the future. Oh, he's crazy. Put him on Ritalin. That's probably what would happen. You'd have to be so discreet about, like, okay, nobody can know I'm actually like plotting all this shit for the future to occur.
I want to say, think about the sex. Like, it'd be like, finally, when you do get to fuck a girl, it's like, yo, I know the ropes already. Like, I'm gonna do shit differently. And then you get in there, oh shit, I fucked it up again.
You get in there, oh shit, I still can't last more than 30 seconds. What the fuck, tiny penis?
Oh shit, I'm exhausted.
Oh shit.
I thought everything was gonna be different.
Oh shit, 14-year girls aren't mature.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Okay, thank you, Donkey. Jesus Christ. You know all the movies that are going to be popular, all the movies that are going to be flunks. You write reviews before they come out.
Everybody, look, I got this great fucking story. You following me on this?
I'm following you.
Okay, it takes place in Washington. Okay, Washington State. It takes place in Forks, Washington, small town. And there's a girl, her name is Bella Swan. And she falls in love with a vampire. There's a fucking werewolf. Come up with Twilight.
While she's writing Twilight,
I beat her to the punch.
Didn't she start writing these in like early 2000s though?
I'd beat her to the punch. I beat everybody to the punch.
You'd be like, look at this great movie.
I'd fucking write Harry Potter. I'd write the last 3 before she could finish them. Yeah, I don't know them that well, so I'm just sort of like, yo, fucking Harry kills, I don't know, Voldemort, but Voldemort kills him, then he comes back and
But there's this one scene where Ron sees like Harry and Hermione fucking, and that you have to put that in there.
It would change the future of Harry Potter. She'd have to change it.
She'd have to, probably, because she's like, oh, what's this twat who keeps
Harry Potter dies instead. It's like, oh shit, now it got real.
Good. Sorry, there's a jar of peanut butter on the counter, and it's calling my name.
Oh shit, we could come up with what's it that thing at KFC at KFC. What's their big sandwich?
Oh, the Double Down.
Double Down. Yo, KFC. Great fucking idea. Chicken, cheese, bacon, chicken, no bun. Fuck that shit. Shit, they just like pour $1 million out on the table.
But it'd be, yo, KFC, because your voice hasn't dropped yet. When did your voice drop?
When did my balls drop?
Well, your voice.
I don't remember now. I don't know. Fucking. It's like a gradual thing. It's not like. No.
For me, grade 8. Grade 7, I was in fucking choir. I was alto. Grade 8, couldn't do that shit anymore. Clearly some point in between that time period. So how old would I have been? Right now my sister's 12
and 13.
Yeah, 12 and 13. So like around 13, because I have a late birthday, my balls would have dropped. So 14-year-old, perfect.
You have that for reference. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like that will always probably stick with me for the rest of my life. Oh yeah, my balls, they dropped at 13.
The thing I'd hate is like, man, I got all these fucking 14-year-old clothes. I want my old clothes back.
Yeah, you know the styles of the future. You're like, scars, I'm going to start wearing them now.
Hey, my friend, you're just some random blonde girl. I got this great idea. I'm going to write you a song. I'm a be a bad romance. Yo, wear this fucking like glass weird shit. Wear a suit made out of meat. Your name?
A suit made out of meat.
Your name? Lady Gaga. Trust me on this one.
But the fact that you go in there and say that, like you suggest that, they're like, no, Lady Gaga.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't.
Lady Gaga doesn't exist because some 14-year-old prick suggested it to her, and she's
No,
like,
but I wouldn't suggest it to her. I'd suggest it to somebody else.
and that's where the idea of time travel comes into effect. Because if our drunken asses can predict or figure out, well, no, we wouldn't affect things directly. We'd go indirectly.
Yeah.
How do we know? And this is conspiracy theory bullshit of just the idea that, well, how do we know that the executives now aren't just fucking puppeted by time travelers from the future who know all this shit and want a cushy life?
Yeah, Steve Jobs and shit.
Exactly. We're like,
iPhone. Perfect.
well, there's that article of the iPad being fucking drawn from the 1960s.
iPad. Perfect.
The same idea, the iPad being drawn like from the 60s, some guy created it. It has like the keyboard on the bottom, the screen on top. It's all like touchscreen, but he's like, this technology doesn't exist.
They have the iPad in 2001. In 2001, when they're in the space station, they're watching an interview they did earlier, and they're both eating their fucking whatever dinners, looking at the table, and there are these two, like, they're literally just, they look like fucking iPads, just on but what they actually did is they built screens into this table, but they're meant to be like iPad type things.
Yeah.
And the thing is, yeah, but that technology didn't exist then. We've always wanted to have, like, fucking, yeah, we want to have all the technology in our hands.
Palm Pilots. Like Palm Pilots,
Yeah.
cell phones.
Yeah.
I was thinking about cell phones. You know what I miss? Like clicky phones. The phones that, like the flip phones. I miss that, like, there's something about flipping that phone and hearing that click that was, like, so satisfying that you don't
Do you
get.
remember how cool the Motorola Razr was when it came out?
Or I had the, what is it? Samsung Katana. And it was like, click, click, and it had lights on it. And it was like, damn.
I'm saying, like, the Razr. When the Razr came out, that was the coolest fucking phone that ever existed. It was just like, it was thin, and you look at it now, it's not thin. But it's like the way it flipped up. It was like a razor you could shave yourself with. Now you look back at that shit, that's not cool.
No, but to me, I still like that.
14-year-old self, the iPhone didn't exist back then.
You have to fucking deal with iPod. iPod fat. You have to deal with that.
I still have an iPod Classic.
The music. All the music you liked wouldn't exist.
That's not that bad because it's like...
No, it is. Kanye, all his stuff. Oh, I have to listen to old Kanye?
Yeah, I have to listen to old Kanye, but it's like, it ain't that bad. At least I know, like, Bon Iver's gonna come out. I can get into him right as he comes out.
And you can be the fucking, oh, I love him before he was popular.
Yeah, and it's like...
I loved him in the future, but when he was popular.
I got into the Beatles like 2 years ago and stuff. I can get into the Beatles earlier, listen to all their shit and stuff. I can find people like right as they're coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd know all the fucking, like, yo, this person's gonna be really cool. Like, hey, Feist, she can become big. Like, I know the people, but I wouldn't like tell anybody. I'd be the hip cool guy who knows all the cool artists.
And that's how you use your time traveling powers, to be the hip cool guy in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so fascinating to me. It's like, God, I hope we live in a world where time travel can happen, because that's so fucking cool. There's this TV show, Terra Nova. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's on.
Where they go back to dinosaur times.
They go back to dinosaur times.
They go back to dinosaur times.
Yeah, and it's
Where they go back to dinosaur times.
They go back to dinosaur times. And it's a stupid fucking show, but the concept is really cool. The idea that in the future have fucked the Earth over so much that air pollution's terrible. What are you laughing about?
We still need to write a script tonight.
Yeah, we do. She's coming tomorrow.
I just want to say, if we could go back in time and not drink, not do such a long podcast. No,
But this is the greatest podcast we've ever done.
we're supposed to actually write Girl of Your Dreams 4 tonight because we're filming it tomorrow. By the time you listen to this, it will have already been filmed and like edited and submitted, and you'll see it on Friday. So by the time you listen to this will be out on Monday, this podcast. Girl of Your Dreams 4 will hopefully be out on Friday. As of the recording, though, hasn't been written, hasn't been filmed.
We have the beginning, we have the end. We don't have the middle.
We don't have the jokes. It's a comedic video. We have the plot down. We don't have any of the jokes yet.
Fuck.
Only we could go back in time. Like,
No, I've never. This is arguably...
well, luckily, we all know Petroleum 2, Petroleum 3. Roboboots takes
Not
over.
Petroleum 6!
Petroleum 6. Just watch out. Why I can't get into it, but
I don't honestly though. It's like we're at an hour 25. I don't really want to stop because this whole time travel thing is so interesting. Can we incorporate this into fucking Girl of Your Dreams 4?
No.
Why not?
It'd be so stupid to have two. If you could only like, if only you grew your beard out to such an insane length, where you looked like an old version of yourself.
Where it starts getting gray at the like.
Well, you're wearing these clothes that are all fucking rags and stuff, and you're from like 2080. It doesn't make sense.
Totally far-fetched. We could do that where we film it where I'm in rags, I have my beard. I shave my beard. I am now clean-shaven, and that's who's like the main character.
Spoilers.
We could do something like that.
Or we could just not. Just end this podcast and carry this discussion on a week from now. And have this be a recurring thing with the petroleum and the 2020.
We fucking create a micro-narrative within the podcast where there's petroleum 2 in 2020.
You just update people from week to week. Okay, look. Okay, I know I'm from the future. Let me explain some more things. Vancouver Canucks are actually the only professional hockey team anymore. All the other professional hockey teams, especially the Chicago Blackhawks, don't exist anymore. They've all been killed. All the good players actually now play for the Canucks. The Canucks, all the good players, it's just we have line after line. Luongo, he was traded a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's hockey bullshit.
It's like, is this what I fucking tune in every week for? Is hockey?
Just hockey future stuff, just like stupid fantasy crap.
Fantasy future hockey bullshit.
Went back in time, got Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, Peter Forsberg all playing on the same line.
Brought them to the future.
Brought them to the future in their prime. They're all playing for the Canucks. They play fucking the worst players of all time. So we just constantly play the Chicago Blackhawks and we beat them. It's kind of like Harlem Globetrotters, but with hockey.
Man, if people...
They rename the Stanley Cup the Canucks Cup.
And then when they rename it again to the Alex Cup.
The Roboboots Cup.
I'm still on Petroleum 2. I'm not dead yet, though. And it's like every week, the timeline's actually changing ever so slightly. So the future events are somewhat different. Oh, this week...
and finally we get to 2020 and it's like, well, fuck. I don't have Petroleum 6 yet. We're fucked. Will we remember this in 2020?
No. Do we remember the things we podcasted from 6 months ago?
In 2020, we'll be 29. Odds are we'll both be married with kids.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm fucking time traveling and shit. Peace out, babe.
I'm going to go fuck a younger version of you. Is this our best podcast?
Oh, man. But if I'm supposed to marry Ireland Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's 15-year-old daughter, but in 2020, she'll be 25. No, yeah, she'll be 25. She just turned 16. She'll be 25. I'll be 29. That's not that bad. But the thing is, if I go back in time to now, she's fucking 16 again. And I gotta make her fall in love with me again.
What do you fuck her?
Right now?
Yeah.
Most certainly.
We just have proof that Alex is wanting to rape a 15-year-old or 16-year-old girl.
She's 16. She just turned 16 in British Columbia, where we live. 16 is the legal age of consent. So, come at me, Popo.
Doesn't really matter if she doesn't consent and you rape her anyways.
I didn't say I was going to rape her. I'm going to make her fall in love with me. I'm going to marry her. For those who don't know, apparently the two people Alex has a crush on in his life, celebrities, as far as celebrities and huge air quotes, Alec Baldwin has a really hot daughter. And I follow her on Twitter. Her name is Ireland Baldwin. I was under the impression, because Alec Baldwin is older than my dad, and I think even Kim Basinger is older than my dad. My dad is only, how old is he? 48. They're both older than him, so logic would dictate that their kid would be older than me. And I thought that was the case, because if you go into Ireland Baldwin's Tumblr, you find pictures of her, and you go, holy shit, she is so fucking hot.
I'd just like to note that we are actually ending the podcast on the note of Ireland Baldwin, which we said we wouldn't talk about before this all started, so continue.
You go to, she's hot.
Yeah, she's hot.
Because you think of those genes, Kim Basinger, fucking babe. Alec Baldwin, he's a handsome dude. Their kid, holy shit, super hot. And then I find out, oh, she's 15. Like, I found out on her 16th birthday, because a bunch of people were, like, she was retweeting people wishing her a 16th birthday, and I saw Alec Baldwin wishing her a 16th birthday, and I went, she's 4 years. It's like 3 years, but now she's 4 years younger than me. How the math doesn't work out.
Well, I mean, you look at my parents. My dad's 4 years older than my mom. Mm-hmm. What's scary? My mom had me when she was 21. A year from now. A year from now. But the thing is, a year is a long time. Yeah. So much could change. Yeah. You find some girl, you accidentally have sex with her, she forgets her
the way I do it.
Exactly. Fucking terrifying. That's what future Alex needs to come back and warn past Alex about.
Future Alex, past Alex, always wear condoms.
I think we need to carry...
I'm drunk enough to say that current Alex, he doesn't fuck around with that shit.
With condoms?
Condoms ruins it.
I don't know.
Ruins it. Not as fun.
I'm gonna say I've never done a raw dog style.
I want to say most of the time I've done it raw dog style because I didn't like it with condoms suck. When you think about it,
yeah, but that's caused pregnancy.
Nope, no fucking pregnant chicks yet.
You don't know, but then they come with a fucking thing saying, Mr. Masas, I have a child.
One time I got a text message and it was just like,
I missed my period.
Yes!
Oh God! Oh God! No!
It wasn't that. It was just like, okay, I'll keep this as vague as possible. It was like,
please do.
Alex, did you or didn't you? And I was like, no, I didn't. What? And she was like, okay, because, I haven't yet. And I was like, no, we're fine.
Stress affects that thing. By the way, stress affects periods so goddamn much, children.
And one time I was having dinner with my dad and my grandpa. We're all having dinner, and I got a text. I went and checked it, and she's like, okay, I had my period. I was like, I put it back in my pocket. I couldn't help but laugh out loud because it's like, well, that's a sigh of relief. I don't have a kid, but that's the closest I've ever come. No abortions for me.
Jesus Christ.
That's the first time Jason's heard that story.
That is. No, I haven't had something that like that as much, but
Jason, when he just said that sentence, for some reason he rolled his sleeve up and slid his arm down like he was talking about. I don't know what that was.
I was pointing to towards your phone because you were looking at your phone. Yeah. No, girlfriend of the past, whatever. There's a period where she was going through some bad shit.
Wait.
She was so stressed out. No,
who could you be talking?
I don't know. The only girlfriend I've ever had. No, she was so stressed out that her period was coming late. But I was like, no, I had a fucking condom on. Bullshit. And this was like in high school, so that was really terrifying.
Yeah, and that's
how
we're ending the podcast. Close calls. Close calls from the Roboboots boys.
This is something that doesn't happen on other podcasts because everyone else they're 30 years old. They know how to deal with this shit. We're just 20. We're 20 and young. We're from the future, okay?
From the future now, I like to say that happily married, got 2 kids. Have you ever talked about, like, not even with a girl, but have you ever thought about if you were to have a kid, what would you name them?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Jason Jr.
No, my thing's always been Dante. What?
So gay.
No, ever since
Dante Church.
Yeah, Dante
Church.
Because it's fucking ironic, and I love.
So not ironic.
Oh, I like it.
It is, but it's like it's to the point of irony where it's no longer irony. It's stupid.
I've just ever since because I read the.
It's like, hello, my name is Soybean McDonald. Do you understand?
Yes. No. I read the Divine Comedy when I was like 13 or 14, and I fell in love with that idea. Super hard read, but I love that, and I was like, I love.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Russia America.
You're funny. But I was like,
hi, I'm Cat Dog.
Yeah. But it's never been because of like, oh, Dante Church. So that's ironic. It's just, I like the name Dante. And then I came across fucking Devil May Cry. And I was like, no, this is fucking, I hate those games. And I'm just like, I like the name Dante. It has a nice name, like ring to it.
People are going to call him Danny.
Danny?
I'm gonna call him Danny.
It's like, that's a good name. Jason? No nickname. What the closest thing? Oh, hey, Jay. No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I've had people in my life call me Al.
And again, it's like,
Well, the thing is, I have such actually like I don't let anybody call me anything about it other than Alex. But it's like my first initial is J, so I could be AJ if I wanted to be. No, I don't like that. Or I could be Al, or I could be Lex, or I could be my middle initials are JR, so I could be JR. And there's all these things that I've thought about. No, I just like Alex.
for me, it's, okay, what are my initials? Oh, JC. Well, no, I can't do that. Some people at work call me
I like that AJ is like a Backstreet Boy and JC is an NSYNC.
Sync.
That's why we didn't do it.
And my dad, he'll call me Jay sometimes. There's this guy at work who calls me Jay. And it's like, I'm okay with it because it's like, you're the only person who calls me that. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, it's like my name doesn't really adhere to any conventional nicknames that I actually enjoy. My middle name's William.
JW.
JW.
Yo, what's up? I'm JW.
Will. Bill.
Well.
Bill. It's like,
William Church.
I want my kid to have a name that can actually be like a nickname to something.
Well, I didn't even say what mine are. Like I've
yeah.
thought about this a lot.
I have nothing for a girl though. That I've got nothing.
No, that's the thing. Like I came up because it's like I'd like to have a daughter more than I'd like to have a son, I think. But the way I've always thought of it is I want to have like a son, a daughter, and a son. Because like I was an only child, and then you'd have like an eldest son, which I think is like the most appropriate thing. Then you have a middle daughter, and then you have another son, and then you have the two brothers to protect like the daughter.
Fucking Chronicles of Narnia.
I don't know anything about that.
Eldest son, middle daughter, young son.
Fucking Arthur, DW, pal. No, anyways, I haven't thought enough. Like, I like the name, just Rob, not even Robert or anything.
I am Rob the Robot.
No, but that's not that'd be for the third kid because I just think Rob
Oh, give the last kid sort of the cutoff.
I think Rob Hanley sounds nice, and it's not short for Robert whatsoever. But just,
actually, yeah, Rob Hanley does have a nice ring to it.
Yeah, because I think I have a good name when it comes to like just you can put anything with that name because it's
I've
just
got a terrible fucking last name. Church. What the fuck do you put with Church?
Shit. My mind just sort of sing-songy. Hanley. But no, the daughter.
Chachu.
Yeah, Chachu. The daughter I want to have named January. I think that's a great name. And it's like, I've always heard people that I've told this to, like, people would call her Jan. I'm like, well, no, I wouldn't let her be called Jan. Because the whole thing with me not wanting to ever be called Al is that my mom never liked people calling me Al because she thought that's like a name that a plumber would have.
Yeah.
That's the name that the dude on Home Improvement had. That was his name. And it's just like, it's such a name like that. So she didn't ever allow me to be called Al, and I've grown up never wanting to be called Al. Same thing would happen. My daughter would never be called Jan.
My thing with that is January Alex Hanley.
No. January Hanley. Like it's sing-songy enough.
I think it could grow on me.
Well, it's going to have to. I'll convince any girl where it's like January. It works. And the first time I ever heard it as a name was
January Jones.
January Jones. It's the only January I know, and that's such a great name.
That's a great name.
And the thing is, January Jones is an actress. It's like she's like pregnant out of wedlock. She apparently slept with some she's not the best person. I like Mad Men, and it's not like I'm the greatest January Jones fan. I'm like, no, that's a good name. But as for like a guy's name though, Carson.
That's interesting.
Like I think
Usually a very black name.
The only two Carsons I can think of are Carson Daly, who hosts. He's white, super white, and then there's Johnny Carson. They're both talk show hosts.
Interesting. I don't know why
I don't know why I thought of black. I guess I'm racist.
I guess I'm racist. That's just.
But yeah, I thought Carson Hanley. It's got a nice ring to it. So that's all I've thought about.
Yeah. I've yet to come up with a girl's name.
Tia.
No.
Tia Jr.
Nope. Never.
Tia Jr. Abby Sr. Makes sense.
I'll name her Zelda Church.
Probably will.
Oh God, never. There's people who are like, I'll listen to podcasts. They'll be like, oh, I just had a daughter, and I named her Zelda Peach. And then when I hear that, I want to murder myself. because that's the dumbest name in existence.
I've been listening to a lot of Rooster Teeth podcast, and one of the main guys there is Jeff Ramsey. It's Jeff Ramsey, and his wife also works for Rooster Teeth, Griffin Ramsey, and they have a daughter together, and their daughter's name...
Wait. Her name is Griffin Ramsey.
Yeah.
I knew a kid in elementary school who was named Griffin. It was a guy.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't know. That's just like, that's really not a conventional name.
His name actually used to be Fink. His last name used to be Fink, but he had it changed because
of the Fink clan, we like to.
it was like his dad's name, and I guess his dad like left them or whatever, and they got remarried, and he took his stepdad's last name instead. But that wasn't until he was an adult, and he was just like, I want to honor this guy who's like my. I haven't heard him talk about it. That's just what I assume. But he changed his name from Jeff Fink to Jeff Ramsey, and I think it was when he was getting married. He's like, I'm gonna change my name. But he changed his middle name too. They're like, yeah, you can change your middle name if you want. He's like, Laser. So his official name is Jeff Laser Ramsey. His wife is Griffin Ramsey, and but their daughter is Millicent, but they call her Millie. I just think that's a great name. Like, some people would think Millicent, that's a weird name. Like, it's an old-fashioned sort of name, but Millie is great, I think. There's a lot of names now I feel like should be throwbacks to, like, the 30s or 40s or 50s and bring those names back. Because names like fucking, like, Sarah or Jane, they're played out.
Matthew.
So many, it's like, that's why I picked the names that I chose, like, Carson, January. I only know so few of those. And Rob, I'd only want it to be Rob. Never Robert or never Bob or anything like that. Just Rob.
That's why I like Dante, because it's like, I didn't know.
Too unique. It's too 21st century.
I don't know about that. By the time I'm having kids, it's like, I think a Dante Church would be like, there's something about that's just profound.
What would be his middle name?
Ooh.
I've mentioned this on a podcast before. What I thought would be a great middle name.
What?
Just Storyteller.
Dante Storyteller Church.
No, you can't steal it. You can't steal
I
it.
won't steal it. Dante Bookmaker Church.
That's not the same at all.
Oh, fuck.
No, but it's like, I think it would be Carson's middle name. Now we're getting like into the real future, but it'd be like Carson Storyteller Hanley. But it wouldn't be something like I'm Storyteller, but I think that's such a great, just in the stuff that we do, and I think it is so important as a person to be able to tell stories, and I think that is such a human trait that doesn't exist with other animals, that storytelling is just a beautiful part of humanity, and I think that would just be a great middle name.
What about naming your first, or like...
I like to go back to, like, if I could talk to my 14-year-old self, yo, what do you think of Storyteller as a middle name? That's stupid. That's fucking dumb.
Dumb. You fucking gay.
Fuck you! I'm a goddamn adult! I don't have to listen to you anymore.
No. I think we should wrap this up. We're at an hour 42. This is a long, long cast. But,
Super cast.
It's been a great time travel cast. It took a while to get into it, but I think we hit some good points. Though we have been drinking, so we may have hit some terrible points.
I could use it a little more. Not of this, but just get the buzz going. We got to start writing. We got a good...
There's a good energy. This is a perfect
but it's
idea.
Like the buzz is dipping down now.
It is. So we could have like chugged this beer, but
not chug this beer, but just like do like a shot of something. Do a shot of something dangerous.
I don't know about dangerous.
Dangerous as fuck.
Dante Dangerous Church.
Yeah, let's do like some fucking tequila and put some cat food.
Nope.
In it. Cat food.
No.
And a little bit of cheese.
If you're still listening to this, God bless you. God bless you, David Bernard.
I don't know if he's listening to this. I talked to him a little while ago.
Oh, we get a consistent amount of viewers every week, though. So listeners. So I feel like there are people who are actually sticking through, or maybe they're listening.
David Bernard, I messaged you and I said, "Yo, if you got favorite podcast moments, tell me because we want to animate them." He never got back to me.
He never got back to you?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, we lost our favorite fan. Oh well.
If you're listening to this, we love you.
Email in at Roboboots Podcast or podcast.
Jason's drunk. Podcast at roboboots.ca. You can find Jason at the Jason Church on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Alex Hanley, ALEXHANLY. And you got any last words?
Oh man, fucking fight for your future, kids.
Oh, stay the fuck away from that petroleum too. Good night, future.